So in the previous classes, we have discussed about the classes and objects. So declaration of the class as well as declaration of the object. So we have seen that we have two types of classes. First one is nested class. Second one is top level class and nested class. So in the nested class, we have subclasses. That is static nested classes, non-static sub nested classes. So likewise, we have so many variations in the classes. Simply, we can take the class syntax as class modifier space class space identifier braces. Within the braces, we have the class members. So class members are nothing but the variables or methods or the inner classes that we will call it as nested classes. The class within the class is called nested class. So we have some nested classes also in Java as well as any other programming language. The class consists of another class. So that type of classes are called nested classes. So those are the main things regarding the classes. We have seen the access modifiers. We have two types of modifiers, access specifiers and non-access specifiers. So access specifiers, you know that public, private, protected and default. So likewise, we can declare the class and initialize the class members. So next concept is objects. So we have seen the creation of an object, that means declaration of an object, and we are passing the values through that object. So if you want to access any variable or any method, we need an object. Through the object reference, we will access that variables or methods. So our creation of object is very, very important in Java. So everything is done through that object only. That we can call it as reference to that object. That means object one dot something. Suppose if you take method means calculate. So likewise, we can access the method through the object. So in between the object and the method, we can use the dot operator. So what is the syntax for creation of the object? What is the syntax? Roll number 18. What is the syntax for creation of an object? $70. What is the syntax for creation of an object? సో ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారా? నా వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా అందరికీ? అమ్మయ్య, ఎవరు రిప్లై ఇచ్చారు? So class name space object name is equal to new operator space class name. So this is the syntax for creation of an object by using the new keyword. So what is the purpose of using the new keyword in the creation of an object? Why we are using that keyword new? What is the purpose of new keyword? So memory allocation. So it will allocate the memory for that object. So that object consists of some fields. That fields are nothing but an attributes. That attributes are nothing but a variables. So variables are accessed through this object, So each object has its own memory. Some memory has to be allocated for this object. That's why we are using the new operator here. So likewise, we can create an object. So that is the syntax for creation of an object. So next one, what we have discussed. So next we have discussed some constructors. Constructor. What is the purpose of using the constructor? What is the syntax for constructor? So constructor name and class name are the same. So constructor don't have any return value, don't have any access specifiers. Constructor cannot return any value. It's a just for initialization of the variables. It's just for initialization of the variables. So we have seen some examples also. So this is all about the creation of the classes and creation of the object and using the constructor method. Then we come to the nested classes. The next concept is nested classes. So in the starting of the class, I have said that we have two types of classes. First one is top level class. Second one is nested class. We have two types of classes. Initialize the object. Okay. So we have two types of classes. First one is top level class. Second one is nested class. So top level class is nothing but a main class. We can call it as main class or outer class. Nested class means the class which consists of another class. The type of classes are called nested classes. So generally we have three types of nested classes. First one, member inner class. Second one, local class. Third one, anonymous class. Third one, anonymous class. These are the main classes comes under nested class. So nested class is nothing but the class which consists of another class. The type of classes are called nested class. We have three types of nested classes. First one, member inner class. Second one, local class. Third one, anonymous class. So we have three types of nested classes. Let us see one by one. So this is an example of nested class. Let us see this example. Let us check whether it has how many classes. Class outer. So this is one class. So this is one class. Class outer. This is one class. Next one, next class. Class inner. This is second class. Next, if you have any classes, we have the main class, class nest. So in this program, we have three classes. Let us check whether these classes are nested classes or not. For example, class outer. The class is opened. The variables are declared. What is this? Outer. What is the name of outer? Outer is a class name. Here again, he is using the outer method. What is this? Constructor. This is a constructor method. To initialize the variables, we will use the constructor. Length is equal to x, width equal to y. That's why we have used the constructor. So constructor has no return value, no access specifiers. It does not return any value. So this is the outer class. Outer method. This is nothing but a constructor. We are initializing the length value and width value. So this is the constructor. Okay, it is open and closed. Then he is declaring some method, area. He's calculating the area, return length into width. So another method is declared. Then void display outer. So he is using the another method here. Two methods are used here. Next, he is creating one object called inner. He is creating one object called inner. So syntax is class name space object name is equal to new space constructor name or class name. Next one, he is accessing the display inner. He accessing the some method. To access the method, we need an object. That's why he is created an object inner. Inner dot display inner. So he has closed the display function. So this class is not yet closed. This class is not yet closed. This is one class opened here. This is second class opened here. This is the end of the class outer. This is the end of the class inner. So the inner class is inside the outer class. Inner class is within the outer class. That means nested class. That means outer class consists of another class. Here another class is inner. Outer class consists of another class, inner. So this is a nested class. So here what he is doing in the inner class, he is declaring the rate and he is calculating the perimeter and he is displaying that method. He is used some method, he has closed the class. So these are this is all about the classes. So we have to declare the main class. Main class is not yet declared. So main class means the class which consists of public static void main. Public static void main. So we have to create another class, public static void main. We are creating some object of class outer and we are accessing the display function, display outer. And we are displaying the things. So the class within the class is called nested class. So this is called the member inner class. So there are some rules in member inner class. That rules are here. Here class inner can access the all the members of the class. Class inner can access the all the members of the outer class. But the outer class cannot access the inner class directly. This inner class can access the all the members in the outer class. But the outer class cannot access the inner methods. Inner methods are inner class members. So this is the main thing in the member inner class. That means inner classes can access to the all the type of members in the class, in the outer class or inner class. But the outer class cannot have access, cannot have direct access to this. Outer class cannot have direct access to the inner class. So that's why here he is creating the inner method here, inner object here. Here creating an object of type inner. Why? Because this outer class cannot access the members of the inner class. That's why he is creating an object of class inner. He is creating an object of class inner. Through that object, we are accessing the inner method. We are accessing the display inner. That means inner class method. If you want to access the outer inner class methods, the outer class must create an object of type inner. Then only we can access the members. So this is the one thing in member class function. Next one. So he's giving some examples. Next one, anonymous class. So anonymous class means the class has no name. These classes are inner classes without a name. So anonymous classes are also nested classes. The class consists of another class. but the class doesn't have a name. That type of classes are called anonymous classes. So next one, local class. Next one, local class. Local class means, so these classes can refer to local variables or parameters which are declared final. So local class means the classes are within the method or within the class, that may be within the block. So the class may be within the block or within the method. So that type of classes are called as local classes. So here see the class local. See the class local. So this class is declared within the main method, within the main method. That means within the block. Within the block. It's declared within the block. That means all these members are local. That means only that class will access these members. Only this local class will access these members. So this class scope is very limited. So that's why it is called local class or block class. So next one, static nested class. That means, so here nested classes means the class within the class. So that within the class has keyword static. That means we can access the class members without creation of an object. For example, see this class. For example, see this class. So the class is declared as static. The class is declared as static. So this is called static nested class. So this is in the class outer one. Inner two. Inner two is a class which is within the class outer. Outer one అనే క్లాస్ లో ఇన్నర్ టూ అనే క్లాస్ ఉంది, అంటే అది నెస్టెడ్ క్లాసెస్. కాకపోతే స్టాటిక్ కీవర్డ్ యూజ్ చేశాడు, అంటే ఈ క్లాస్ లో ఉన్న మెంబర్స్ ని మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోకుండానే యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్, final class and final methods. So that means final is a keyword, so which is used as modifier here. That means final class outer one. That means if you declare any class as final, we cannot create a subclasses. That means if you create a method as final, that method cannot be modified, or that method cannot be extended. So final is a keyword. We can use the starting of the declaration of the class or any method. We can declare the class or method as final. See one example. Final here declaring the class A1 as final. So that means the A1 class cannot be extended. That means no subclass will be created under A1. Here method, he is displaying the method, display A, that is the method. So that method is also declared as final. That method is also declared as final. That means there is no modifications in that method. We can access that method without creation of any object. Next one, abstract class. Next one, abstract class. So these are the classes having one or more abstract methods. That means abstract is a keyword. Before any class name, we can use the abstract keyword, then it is called as abstract class. So the class which consists of abstract methods are called abstract classes. So abstract methods are nothing but a methods which don't have any definition. Suppose we are displaying the method display. Display is the method. Display is the method. Just we are defining the display. We are not defining the code. That means, for example, I'm creating a display method here. Just open and close. So empty thing. There is no content here. If you have some content, each method has some code to implement. Each method has some code to implement. So that this will not be there in the abstract method. So abstract method is simply a skeleton of the method. That type of methods are called abstract methods. So the methods which don't have implementation part, that type of methods are called abstract methods. So the methods which consist of the abstract methods are called abstract classes. Let us see one example. So let us see this example. Suppose is declare the class shape. The class name is shape. He declare this shape as abstract. He declare this class as abstract. It means that it has a method of type abstract. So this class has a method draw. Method draw. So this method has no definition. This method has no definition. So that's why it is declared as abstract. So this is called abstract class or abstract method. Then he is extends, that means inheritance. So if you want to perform inheritance, Java uses the keyword called extends. Extends. To implement inheritance concepts, Java uses the keyword extends. Class square extends shape. So he is creating another class square, which inherits the properties from shape, which inherits the properties of shape. So which is the base class, which is the super class, which is the subclass? We have two classes, square and shape. Which is the super class? Which is the subclass? Shape is the superclass, square is the subclass. So in this, is creating an method draw. Is defining the method as like this system.out.println square is drawn. So this is the implementation part. So which is not there in the abstract class, which is not there in the abstract method. So draw is an abstract method. We are defining this in the square class. Next he is creating another class triangle. So which inherits the properties of shape. We are using the keyword extends to implement the inheritance concepts. So shape is a superclass. We are inheriting the properties of shape to the triangle class. So he is creating one method draw. Is printing some content. So these are all the classes. Three classes he has defined. Next we have to declare the main class. Main class, a public static void main. In that he is creating the objects, object 1 for square, object 2 for triangle. So he is accessing the method draw by using the object. If you want to access the draw method, means we need an object. We have to call the method draw. So if you want to access that draw method, we need an object of type square, of type triangle. Object dot 1 draw, object 2 dot draw. So there is a dot operator here. So this is how we can implement the abstract classes. అర్థమైందా? So next one, this keyword. So in Java, there are 50 keywords available. So among that, this is a keyword. So this is a keyword. So which is used to refer to the current object. Which is used to refer the current object. That means here see this dot length. That means this dot width. So it is referring to that current object. Suppose you are creating an object of type form 1. We are creating an object form 1. That means these attributes are belongs to this object form 1. Then we will declare this as this dot length, this dot width. Suppose if you create any other object form 2, if you create any object form 2, then this will work out. This dot length equal to L, this dot width equal to W. So for this instance, these variables are refer to the object 1. For next instance, these variables are refer to an object 2. That means there must be a differentiation between the current object and upcoming objects. Then we need a keyword this to refer the current object, where we will use the keyword this. So next one. So next one, garbage collection. So Java supports the garbage collection. So there are so many methods in Java to implement the garbage collection. That means garbage collection means automatically we are freeing the space. That means for creation of any object, we are using the new operator. That means we are allocating some memory to that object. So after utilization of that object, that memory must be freed. That memory must be erased. So that can be automatically done by the Java. So that we can call it as garbage collection. So garbage collection, if you are not using that object, means automatically Java can put it into the garbage. So this is a special feature of Java. So this is all about classes and objects. So in today's class, we have discussed the classes and objects. So in this chapter, we have seen the creation of the class. That means syntax of the class. Then we have seen the syntax of the creation of the object. So we have seen the types of the classes, top level class and nested classes. So in the nested classes, we have two types, static nested classes, non-static nested classes. So if you use the static keyword, then we can call it as static nested classes. If you don't use the static keyword, then it is called as non-static nested classes. So nested classes means the class which consists of another class is called nested classes. So we have three variations in the nested classes. So inner member class, next one local class, next one anonymous class. So member inner class means same, the class consists of the another class. Here the inner class has access to all the members of the outer class, but the outer classes cannot have the access to the inner members. So if you want to access the inner members, means we have to create an object of inner class. Then through that object, we can access the any class members, either variables or any methods. Next, we have seen the abstract classes as well as abstract methods. Then we have seen this keyword. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఇంకా అసైన్మెంట్ ఎవరు సబ్మిట్ చేయాలి? సో ఓవర్లోడెడ్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ గురించి నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో చెప్తాను. సో పెండింగ్ అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు సబ్మిట్ చేయండి. అలాగే ల్యాబ్ సైకిల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఫస్ట్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చెప్పాను. సో ప్యారలల్గా ఆ ఫస్ట్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ కంప్లీట్ చేయండి. ఇంకా 11:50 అవ్వలేదండి అప్పుడే. సో ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి, లేదా నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో కంటిన్యూ చేద్దాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.